Happy Friday morning. It is Friday Chitchat, where I get ready for sitting around the house with y'all. This week has been so horrible. I'm using the Urban Decay Self-Adjusting Complexion Primer. I haven't used it in a minute, and I can almost see why now. I hope I don't break out, but I think this needs to go in the empties video next. It's not even empty, but I got a feeling it's not. I don't remember it being this thick. Maybe it was, I don't know. This week has been really, really rough. The internet going out the other day. Eric's been more Eric than usual. Whoa, this makes me look like a ghost. I went grocery shopping. Look at that, it's even primed my hands. It's just been a week, you know what I mean? It's been one of those blah weeks. And yesterday I just felt really exhausted. I almost forgot to load a video. I know I didn't record one, so I put that one that was only 2 minutes long up. And because I forgot, I was like laying in the bed and I was getting dizzy spells. I think it's sinuses because there was like extreme pressure behind my eyes. And then I went to sit up and I was dizzy. Allergies and me do not get along very well. It affects like everything because I was exhausted. And I couldn't figure out why my head felt so full all day, for lack of a better term. I'm going to use this neutralizer by Maybelline Age Rewind. I'm going to use it under my eyes. So, and I've been taking my vitamins. I made sure to get them filled up, and I've been taking them, so hopefully I don't end up getting sick. Y'all know how I am about my vitamins. What else? I'm putting that under the foundation because I'm going to use the brightener above it. So, we're just neutralizing the blue. And here the sniffles. And we're also going to use the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Protective Makeup with Sunscreen in the color 128. Which right now doesn't look like that's the color I wear, but I don't know what's going on with this primer. I'm just going to put it on my little elf heart-shaped thing. Oh, and this is the other thing I got from Target. They were having a sale, and I can't remember how much these were, but I got the Sonia Kashuk, whatever her name is, sponges, and these are so soft. They are so soft. I'm going to use the bottom for my foundation. And this is the first time I'm using it, is on here. But they were having like a 14 days of beauty sale where they had 1 thing a day or 2 things a day on sale. And this is the only thing I got. I wanted to get like the Pixie Beauty thing they had, but I wasn't sure. And so I didn't buy it. And then I decided when I got the beauty boxes that, you know what, this was on sale and I had heard so many good things. So I decided to go ahead and get it. And so far, I would actually say it works really well. It's so soft. I didn't even get it wet because y'all know how I am with that. I want my full coverage makeup to be full coverage, and I think I showed you where I saw it on the Real Techniques package, where it says if you leave it dry, you get fuller coverage, dampen it to get lighter to medium coverage. Look at that. I probably don't even have to pull it down my neck. It almost matches exactly. I'm going to put it under my chin, of course. You don't want that line that shows where the makeup stops. So you just kind of blend it a little bit down your neck, like so. Eric, stop. Eric has been full on heck mode all week. Some days you think he's going to be having a good day and you go about your business and you try to get things done. And all of a sudden he is bouncing off the walls, tearing his diaper off. Someone knocked on the door yesterday. No lie. And he runs up front, takes his diaper off. I have to chase him down before answering the door to put a diaper back on him. Because you don't want a naked 10-year-old running around when someone's knocking on the door. And then last night when I fell asleep a little bit early, he wasn't asleep. And I woke up because I wasn't like all the way asleep. You know what I'm talking about? Where you could hear the TV, you could hear what's going on. But I went to go move my legs and I couldn't move my legs. I woke up and he was laying on top of my legs. So I was like, get off of me. You're a 130-pound 10-year-old. Quit laying on me. This is the Age Rewind Brightener. I'm just going to put a little under the eyes. Down the nose. Across there. Let's try to get more built up on this side. Alright, we're going to use that same sponge. And just kind of blend it. Blend it up to brighten those areas. And have y'all seen that Tati is coming out with a palette? I was so excited, but when I saw, I will be honest, when I saw I have been keeping a secret for her video title, I was hoping she kept the secret that she had been pregnant. Because her and her husband have been trying for so long. But when she went into talking about the makeup, I was excited for her. And I love how she kept it separate from the Halo Beauty. Because that way they're two separate companies. There's the vitamin company and then there's the Tati Beauty company. They're not one. It wasn't all under the same corporate name. Which is always a good idea. If you're going to open more than one company, is to not keep it, or if you're going to put out more than one thing, because that way they're not all under the same one in case some kind of legal trouble happens. That's my theory, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Alright, we're going to do the cream contour. We're using the Wet n Wild dual-ended contour stick. And I messed up already. Oh, I'm just hoping. Jason also messaged the other day that their next job, they got a lead on another job after this one. That it'll either be in Florida, Alabama, or Arkansas. It's the same job. They don't know where the thing, they put a bid in. So keep your fingers crossed and keep it in your prayers that they get it. And that it's in a place that I could actually drive to. That won't, with Eric, that won't take more than 8 hours. Because like the Florida one, that would take almost half a day to get to it. Not almost half a day, a day. Well, half a day. It would take 12, 15 hours with Eric in the car. It would be really hard on him. So we don't want the Florida one. Because it's going to be a long-term job like the one he's on now, sort of. Long-term for them is like 6 months, but he's done 2 different jobs where he's at right now. I'm using the Wet n Wild powder. I'm going to go ahead and take the powder. I need to fix my nose. I don't know what happened to it all of a sudden. I'm going to take it and do the bake under the eyes. I could hear him watching. I mean, he's in here with me, but he has his TV on. I want to get better underneath the eye. All right, he has his TV on still in there. And I could hear he's watching Ice Age, Dawn of the Dinosaurs. All right, we're gonna leave that to bake, and we're going to do the brows. Let's use the NYX. I'm gonna use the NYX brows. I might just move right into the eyes after this to let that bake a little longer, because I told y'all I'm trying to figure out the perfect time for my bake. All right. Okay, that's perfect. Wow, I've never taken this long to do that brow. What is going on? But I was watching, what shows do y'all watch on Netflix? I was wondering, because I've been trying, I want to watch something lately, and I can't figure out what it is. Have you ever done that? Like, you're, oh, that must be what I want to watch. And you start watching it, but then you still don't feel like you're watching what you want to watch. Does that make sense? All right, there's the brows. All right, and for the eyeshadow, I'm going to use my ColourPop palette, the one I had on the other day. This is the one that I made. Here's what it looks like. These are all colors I chose. I love this idea that I could put shadows that I want into one palette. We're going to use this brush, and we're going to go in first with, we're going to have to pick it up to see the color. It's called Bel Air. I'm going to use that as the transition shade. You see how it's slightly darker than my skin tone? Those are the most perfect transition shades unless you're doing a colorful look. But if you're just doing an everyday look, one that's slightly darker or is like perfect, because it gives something for the crease shade to blend into. All right, crease shade. I think I want to go in with this one here, which is Facet, because there's no U in it. We're going to start on the outer edge and work it into the crease, like so. Just going for a really natural look. Because like I said, I'm not going anywhere today that I'm aware of. Let's put it this way. At the current moment, I'm not leaving the house. Especially since just going out in the backyard to replace the filter on the pool 2 days ago and checking the mail. The allergens must be really high outside for me to end up with dizzy spells and a headache of that magnitude. I also changed the air filter in the AC unit so that I would have no problems. I swore I heard him taking the diaper off. Let's go ahead and blend that a little. with this Morphe blender. All right. Now I want to go in with, I love these shimmers that I chose. That silver one I wore the other day was gorgeous. And this gold is pretty, and so is the rose gold. Look at that. There's still more shimmers in here, but those are the ones that are calling my name right now. And there's like another gold. Let's go with gold. Maybe we could pop some silver in the center. The gold is called Carrot Cake. Makes sense. Let's go ahead and tuck that into the crease. Look at that. These shades, that's the one thing I could say about ColourPop, is they have, for the price you pay, which is not very expensive, sometimes, and 99% of the time, I have found their shades to be more creamy and more pigmented than the more expensive ones. And I really do need to pick a Kylie palette to use, to buy, and compare the formula, because I am beginning to think it's the same. I mean, it might be a little different, who knows, but I believe they're supposed to be made in the same building, so I don't know. Don't hold me to that. That's just what I've heard. Let's go ahead and grab this crease brush and try to define that crease a little more with that gold in it. Not really define it as much as make it at this point, because I put the shadow past the crease. So you kind of make your own crease at that point. All right, with this gold shadow, I want to take, let's get this little brush here. Where's it at? Where's my little stamping brushes I use? This is a smudge brush. And I'm going to go into this purple shade, I think. This may end up being darker. We're going to build that up on the outer V. And blend it into the gold shadow. Pull it into the crease just a tad. We're mostly going to try to build it up on the outside. Let's find a more precise brush, the other crease brush that we use. And pull it into the crease a little more. Now we're going to take the, we're going to take this again. And just kind of fluff it out a little. Then go back to this. And we didn't add any more shadow to it. We are just patting what is there to kind of fluff it out a little bit without messing it up. It looks like it's missing the purple shade right there. I didn't dip back in. Just so you know, you just take what's a little bit left, and if you have a lot that fluffs out when you tap it, you could tap back into that. That's why I always put, when I tap it, I always put it on a clean surface so that it's available to grab if I need it. All right, now we're gonna take Let's take this little purplish shade. I don't know what it's called. Let me show you. It's called Bass Line. I think I want to take that and put that on the inner corners instead of a lighter shade, because it is a lighter shade, but it's not like a sparkly shade. But I think, hold on. Yeah, it's a shiny shade. See? Just a little bit right there and there. We're gonna fluff it a little bit with the tip of the brush to just kind of blend it to the sides. It looks a little different, I know. I'm trying new things. All right, let's take this and get rid of this bake. And still creased a little bit. Let's take the rest of the powder that's in the lid and just add it and set the rest of the face. All right, now we're gonna take this brush and we're gonna use Wet n Wild bronzer, the dragon one. We're gonna tap this brush into it, tap a little of the excess off and dab so we can have a better straight line right there. Go ahead and pull it up into the hairline first before I pull out the fluffier brush. All right, now I'm going to use the fluffier brush I use for bronzer. This is a Morphe brush. I don't know what you're supposed to use it for, but I think it works perfectly for the bronzer on my forehead and blending it on the sides. It's not great for the nose. I don't know why I always reach for the nose with it. Just to add a little bit more color. All right, now we're gonna take the Tarte Captivating Blush. I love this blush. I really do need ideas from y'all for what to say and talk about besides just my week. Like if there's anything else. Have y'all been watching the Shane Dawson series about with Jeffree Star? The last one made me cry when I was watching like the end of it, when they dedicated it to the puppies that had died. Jeffree Star is take it or leave it for me. I like some of his videos and I like some of the things about him. Other things about him I don't really like too much. We're gonna use this Afterglow by Urban Decay, and I want to go into this darker shade right there. I haven't used that in a while. That shade. I've been trying to use this palette, and it's like a slight glow. I'm just blending it in. See the glow? It's really pretty. We're going to pull it down the nose. Put a little bit right there where the light would hit on the forehead. And a little on the chin. And it builds up. I love it. Let's put a little underneath over there, underneath the brow bones. I really like how the eye look turned out. All right, now we're gonna use our lash curlers. I'll leave it on for 3 seconds. All right, and then we're gonna let them rest for a minute. I just realized I didn't put anything under my under eye. Let's grab this brush and go back into the transition shade. And we're gonna take the brush that we use for the crease. We're gonna take the first crease shade and just fluff that color under the eye. Like so. There we go. All right. All right, now we're gonna go in with the Roller Lash by Benefit. It's one of my favorites. And the reason I started liking it was I had a sample of it and I realized how well it did on my lashes. And I believe that set that they had last year that I got all 3 of their mascaras for like almost the price of one is on the Ulta site again. It's got their Bad Girl Bang. It's got this one and They're Real. Ow. You gotta be very careful not to poke yourself in the eye. All right, let's put a little bit of, let's just dab a couple of little dabs of this Buxom gloss, and I'm going to use a deeper color of lipstick today. I'm not going to show you the brand because we're going to have a video on it. But it's a gorgeous box that these came in. I believe this is the color. Yeah, this is the color I'm gonna put on. It's like an orangey color. But you know, whenever a brand gives me a discount even to try out their products, I don't like to talk about it until I've actually tried the ones I'm gonna use. Like when it comes in a set of 4 like that. So, I mean, the color might not go with the look, but that is the Urban Decay setting spray. And I don't know why it doesn't feel like it's getting on my skin. I like to feel it and know that it's there. I think that's why I like the e.l.f. one. I paid money for this one, so I want to use it too. So there's that. All right, so I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. This is the final look for sitting around the house. This lip shade may not go too well with it, but I don't know. I hope y'all have a great weekend. Be safe. If you are in one of the areas that are supposed to have coastal flooding from the storm that's in the Gulf, be safe. And I will see y'all Monday. Bye.